Mountain biking didn't start in a factory, it didn't start in a boardroom, and it definitely didn't start with carbon frames and suspension travel charts. Mountain biking started with regular people riding old bikes down dirt roads, just trying to go faster, farther, and have more fun. Today, we're riding machines worth thousands of dollars, but the roots of mountain biking, they were dusty, loud, dangerous, and kind of reckless. This is the story of how mountain biking was born. Before mountain bikes existed, bikes were made for roads. Skinny tires, no gears, no suspension. But in the 1930s and 40s, something different showed up: balloon tire cruiser bikes. They were heavy, they were steel, but they could handle dirt. Fast forward to the 1960s and 70s, a new generation of riders starts taking these old cruiser bikes off pavement onto fire roads, trails, and hills nobody thought bikes belonged on. These bikes weren't designed for it, but that didn't stop anyone. Northern California, Marin County, this is where everything changed. Riders started bombing down Mount Tamalpais, racing each other downhill on old cruiser bikes with coaster brakes. There was one famous downhill called Repack. Why that name? Because after each run, the coaster brakes would overheat and riders had to repack the grease inside the hubs just to ride again. No suspension, no helmets like we know today, no trail rules, just speed, gravity, and adrenaline. This wasn't a sport yet, it was an experimentation. Eventually, riders realized something important. These bikes weren't breaking because riders were reckless. They were breaking because they weren't built for this. So a few innovators started changing things: stronger frames, wider handlebars, better brakes, multiple gears. This is when the first purpose-built mountain bikes were created. Still steel, still heavy, but now intentional. For the first time, bikes were being designed specifically for dirt, climbing, descending, and abuse. Mountain biking officially had an identity. By the early 1980s, the word spread fast. People saw mountain bikes and thought, wait, you can ride bikes there? Bike companies jumped in, races started popping up, magazines formed, shops specialized in off-road bikes. Mountain biking went from underground to global in less than a decade. And the trails? They kept expanding. Forests, deserts, mountains. No one thought bikes belonged. Now, at tire tracks. Then came the big changes: suspension forks, disc brakes, lighter materials, geometry built for control. What started as rigid steel cruisers turned into machines designed for downhill, cross-country, enduro, and trail riding. Mountain biking stopped being one thing and became many styles, many communities, many cultures. But the core idea stayed the same: freedom, exploration, and riding where others said you shouldn't. Today, mountain biking is everywhere, but every time you roll into a trail, every time you drop in, you're connected to those first riders. People who didn't wait for permission, people who didn't wait for better gear, they just rode. Mountain biking isn't about trends, it's about movement, and that's why it keeps growing. Mountain biking didn't start polished, it started wild, and maybe that's why we still love it. If you enjoyed this breakdown of how mountain biking began, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. What got you into mountain biking? I'll see you in the trail.